So, motorcycle. Motorcycle is something that has been there in the family all throughout. My dad used to ride a ESD, my brother used to ride a Machismo. So eventually it was in the genes, so it came down for me to own motorcycles. So the first one that I actually bought was the Yamaha RD350. I've had it for the past 8 years and I used to commute on it every single day. You can say possibly I'm a person who hates petrol in fact, because it consumes fuel like anything.
Okay.
So I had a stock RD350.
Okay.
And with time, once you ride a bike, there is a saturation level that you can reach. So eventually with time I decided to modify it and make it into a Café racer. I got the twin discs on it, I got the bar end mirrors, and I got a rear disc, a real cowl. And that is when actually Royal Enfield actually launched their Continental GT. I think they actually stole the idea, but that's how they actually bought the Continental GT.
Okay.
So the RD350 of course gives me a lot of kick to it. It is a 2-stroke engine with, this one has been coated, so this probably is around 34 bhp. So it gives a lot of horsepower to it, and that's the reason there's twin disc for safety and a hydraulic clutch. Because as I said, I used to ride it on an everyday basis. So when you get stuck in a traffic, RD350's clutch is really heavy. So you need something to smoothen your ride out.
So you must have spent a lot modifying it based on what you were saying, right?
Yes.
So how much did the entire thing modification cost from a stock one to say the Café racer?
So when I bought the bike around 6-7 years back, for stock bike it was somewhere around 64,000, a second-hand bike that I got. And actually I haven't calculated the amount, and even though I have, I would like to not to speculate on that.
Okay.
So I have a tuner who does everything for me. So I just got the engine completely refurbished. So so it's gonna go through the running in again before I can start revving it again.
So what difference are you seeing in the normal clutch and the hydraulic clutch?
So in Delhi you have crazy traffic.
Yeah.
So once you get stuck on the traffic, and the RD350's clutch is really heavy, I guess it's around 7 to 8 clutch plates in it. So every time you press the clutch, it's really heavy, and gradually, because it's a 2-stroke engine and a 350cc engine, that's quite a big engine for a 2-stroke one. So the engine would heat up, and then you will not feel that comfortable, and your hand would honestly start paining pressing the clutch again.
Okay.
So I decided to get a hydraulic clutch on it. So it's extremely sensitive. The moment you release your fingers, the bike would start moving, and you don't feel that pain constantly in your hand. Since I used to ride it every single day, so getting stuck in a traffic was actually a nightmare.
Cool, right. And then how different you find the Continental GT compared to the RT, because there is a huge difference.
Yes, so Continental GT is something that I bought in the month of September 2015.
Okay.
So I wanted to go through different bikes, and being a bike lover, I actually read a lot of reviews about different motorcycles, and I then decided to buy a Continental GT. Always been for a retro kind of a look, so this was the only thing that came to my mind. We had other bikes in the same price range, and honestly the market is saturated.
Right.
So I wanted something retro looking, so I went for the Continental GT. Now I wanted a machine where I can actually feel the machine. That is the entire idea of motorcycling. You have to feel the machine, you have to feel that bond. So who other than Royal Enfield, because they are the only ones who make push rod engines over here.
Okay.
So push rod engine gives you that feel, you can feel the vibration on it. This is a 4-stroke engine, 535cc engine. This has around 44 Newton meters of torque in it. So the good thing that I liked about the Continental GT is Royal Enfield invested a lot. They got in touch with Harris Performance and made this Harris Performance chassis. Now all the other Enfields, including Thunderbird, they come in a single tube chassis.
Okay.
This one is a double cradle chassis. So the handling on this one is extremely good.
Okay.
So you can take it into corners. The Pirelli tires give you that confidence to lean it further. To keep the weight less, they put on XL aluminum rims. So they put in a lot of effort, Pauli shockers on it, and being 535, of course, it has its perks, so it gives you a lot of torquey feeling to it.
Okay.
But above 100 and 120, you know it's an Enfield. It would start vibrating, so you have to have that.
Yeah,
but it gives you that feel of being bonded with the engine.
Yeah, so till now all that you were saying was not related to Enfield, but 120 above and all the vibrations, so that's Enfield.
Yeah, that is Enfield. So that is the way that they build machines, so you can actually feel it's old school. You can feel the machine and yourself bonded to it.
Okay, so any prospective rider who wants to get the GT, so what expectations you would like to set for that particular buyer?
For anybody who wants to buy a GT, of course they must be in love with old school. So they should love the retro look. Of course, other than that, if you are into that retro look, this gives you a plenty of feel. You will stop at traffic red lights and people would actually ask, okay, have you actually modified that Enfield? No, this actually comes stock. This is how it comes, and it's a beautiful looking machine. If you buy a GT, it comes with extremely good handling.
Okay.
The tires, Pirelli tires. On a stock bike, you don't have to get Pirelli tires, they come stock, and they're extremely sticky tires. So you can put it into a corner, you can lean the bike really well, and it has that solid grip to it.
Okay. And in this short duration, what has been the ownership experience like?
For the GT?
For the GT?
For the GT, the ownership has been a fantastic one. So I've gone through my second service.
Okay.
So the ownership has been fantastic. The showroom where I bought the bike from, they always call me. In fact, my work schedule is really busy. They always call me and they keep me updated about some rides happening. And recently I got a part to be in fact for the burn up for the Royal Enfield owners in Delhi. So I was a part of the burn up ride also. So the ownership has been really good. I would say the service is good at the one where I take it for servicing.
Okay.
And the moment you walk into a Royal Enfield service center with the GT, they have this huge respect for you because it's the most expensive bike that they have, and only a few people actually work on it and they take really good care of it.
Okay. Nice. So one last question: the RD350 or the Continental, and why?
See, the RD350, to be honest, a biker is a person who is an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
There's no better drug than adrenaline, something that your blood releases.
Right.
So the GT would actually release a few drops of adrenaline from my kidney, but the RD would actually overflow it so much that I would actually have to go and pee. So that is something that comes with the RD. RD has its own two-stroke power to it. The moment it hits 5,000 RPM, it's a rocket.
Okay.
So the entire idea of me making it into a cafe racer and buying a stock cafe racer was, for this I can actually possibly do some more weight reduction and possibly shame a few 600s if possible. On the GT, it's like more of feeling with the bike.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thank you so much for sparing your time and discussing bikes with us.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much.